Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Barry, That Goat Metal Show. On today, Memorial Day, 2024. Hope everybody's doing good today, and I'm doing this video a little bit late. I was actually talking to my man Sky earlier today, and I was actually thinking about I was actually planning on doing this as a live stream, but certain things complicated it, and you know what, maybe I'll just turn it into a video. I got my man Rich, the silent producer, who's putting out some fantastic videos from Maryland Death Fest. I hope everybody's enjoying that footage. He worked hard in putting that footage together. He's doing great. My man Rich, man, thank you so much. Everybody give props to the silent producer himself. Okay? Basically, I just wanted to, get some stuff out there, especially for Memorial Day. First and foremost, I want to just give a rest in peace to all our fallen soldiers who served this country, lost their lives through all the wars. Okay, and how about today? You just gotta respect our veterans. And I did this over at Vincent Crowley's Memorial Day, video he did, where I was just talking about somebody that means the world to me, who I always honor and respect, which was my grandfather, Santos Loriano Ruiz. All right. Santos Loriano Ruiz received the Purple Heart in December 2000 after 50 years of waiting for his Purple Heart during his injuries in the Korean War. He served in World War II, where he was part of the airborne division that came in during Normandy. And, you had the guys coming in through the beaches. He flew on the other side where they were supposed to, mash up the Germans on that side. He saw a lot of action. Did a lot of things, all right? And, the stories I heard of him going through war, had nothing but respect for my grandfather. And I think it trickled down over to my son, who was in the Air Force and serving, almost done. But, this means a lot to our family, the fact that we have this legacy here. That was him getting his Purple Heart. This was, they sent me a color copy of the certificate that he had gotten, which was, which I thought was pretty cool, him getting that Purple Heart, even though it took 50 years, but he finally got it. And then, my grandfather, he had passed away in 2004, January 1st of 2004. And I'm going to read an article that, that my family sent me in from Georgia, which is basically, the residents that are, service members, they get honored over there, and they have a little article in the paper. This one right here, I'm going to read it. Okay. This was in Lilburn. He was in Lilburn, Georgia. All right. This was what was the name of this paper? The Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Okay. It says here, Ruiz, 82, Korean War veteran. More than 50 years after he was wounded in the Korean War, Santos Loriano Ruiz finally was awarded the Purple Heart he earned in the mountain battle that shattered his right forearm on November 16, 1950. After the war, he worked as a security officer in his native Puerto Rico until he retired. After Mr. Ruiz moved to Lilburn, the State Department Veterans Service helped him get the Purple Heart he had earned 51 years prior. Mr. Ruiz, 82, died of cancer Thursday at his Lilburn residence. The funeral was Tuesday at a Tom Wages Chapel, was in charge of the arrangements. I got to go to his funeral. Went in full military, police department blues to honor my grandfather. And later on, we got this thing here from George Bush, which all the living members got. Basically telling us about thanking him for his service and his, that's what I want to honor on this Memorial Day, always and forever. And to everybody else who just, who goes and they give up, not only that they who have passed away, but gave up their lives and their souls and, their bodies. There's some people who just go to war and never come back. And those people are not getting taken care of. They got to take care of our veterans, man. They definitely got to do that. All right. But let me just get into some quick updates. Just recently, like I said, I did a video with Vincent Crowley, which was basically the state of America during this Memorial Day weekend. We discuss different topics. Be sure to check that out. It was with me, Vincent Crowley, and Ed from Realms of Metal. We had a nice time talking, and it was a great show. And it's on now. You guys can go ahead and check it out. Also, want to give a quick shout out to my man Matthew. All right, Matt talks Deep Shadows over in Australia. He did a video recently where he basically went and he got his Go to Mentis CD. He did a nice little review. He was repping the that Goat Metal Show shirt that he got, and I want to just give thanks to him for doing that, man, and for the guys in Go to Mentis. They appreciate it, and congratulations, brother, on 1,000, man. Well deserved, man. Check out Mate Talks Deep Shadows, man, and give him your support, okay? With also that being said, man, it was like I started thinking about songs. Because we mentioned about songs and metal and war and stuff like that, and some of the songs that comes up into mind right now, like I mentioned, Disposable Heroes from Metallica. You never really understand maybe some of the meanings of some of these songs when they describe war and the people who have to go to war. But that song, hit me harder as a parent of a soldier than it did when I was a kid. You just think about what the government and all these countries, when they just think about soldiers, they just think about them as a body to throw into the battlefield. And it's just it really bugs me out to think about things like that, man. Some of the other great songs we had The Trooper from Iron Maiden, and Aces High. Those were great songs that just talk about the journey of war. More of the updated stuff, like Megadeth's Holy Wars, The Punishment Due, about stuff like just stuff that's still going on to this day over in the Middle East and Israel and all that stuff. Ghost of War from Slayer, which I think we could just talk about what's with the feeling of. I look at that now as like the way these veterans are not getting their due, and they're just lost to the wind. Instead of just honoring them and taking care of them, they're just being tossed to the side, But yeah, that was like some of the things that popped up into my head. There's plenty of metal songs that deal with war, and I could go on with a list. One of my favorites is like from you want to go to the old school battles, like from fucking Manowar. Manowar has a slew of old style, barbarian style wars, and you could just go to the present time, with Carnivore. They did stuff too. They, World War III and IV, and gave you visuals of how things would be during those things of what war would be. Yeah, it's sad, but I just wanted to end this with on a cool note and a funny note. Try to get some enlightenment over here. Considering things the way they're going with Memorial Day, and it could be kind of somber. Well, I was on Vincent Crowley's channel. Ed came out and he mentioned again how I was considered one of the mayors of the metal community, and I guess Vincent is the president, right? So I made a little thing here, like a little cabinet, basically, of who would be in charge of what, and if we would basically go and start our own government of metal in the metal community. All right, so we got Vincent Crowley. All right, he's going to be the president, right? He's the president. And I think his vice president should be Mike Bogish. I think those two could, right there, those old school ways and just kicking ass. Jucifer, the minister of war. Come on, Drew. I have, we mentioned it, and I think we're going to have to make a shirt. The minister of war. All right. Ed from Realms of Metal. He would be, I think, we will call him the minister of the metal press, which is basically, he's going to be the one in charge of dealing with the press and sending out all the information from the president, the vice president, and going on. All right. Myself, I would be the mayor of the Northeast area, right? Since I'm in New York, I'll just be the mayor of that Northeast area, right? Then we got Paul. He would be the minister of ancient lore, considering he could just come up and bring up some great lore like he does over with the Hawaiian death metal. I'm sure he could bring up some other stuff too, right? Paul from Ka'ai. Trevor Shredbeard, the mayor of Cali. California's yours, brother. Take it. All right? Then we got my man Anthony from Metal Miners. All right, he would be the mayor of the Southern Swamplands. He got that whole area, Florida, Tennessee, all that. Anything that's dealing with crocs and alligators, that's going to be Anthony from Metal Miners. He's going to take that. All right, and for my foreign leaders, I haven't forgot you guys. All right, we got my man Damien from Music of Destruction. All right, Canada is yours. All right, Matt, Maytalks Deep Shadows, Australia is yours. And Dennis, all right, Dennis from Music Studio Underground in Denmark. You could just take Europe, bro. Take Europe. Don't even worry about Denmark. You got Europe. Europe is yours. Take that shit, man. We will just take over everything of metal. And then, of course, how can I forget? Right? Reebok, Mordred Red. He just wants to be Quasimodo in the tower, so we're just going to go after him and kill the beast. Yeah. All right, and then the silent producer. How can I forget the silent producer? He's the silent producer for a reason. The silent one. That's it, man. Talk out of turn. Silent producer will come out behind you. Or if not, Scar will just lick his way into your hearts. Oh, man, guys. Again, I want to thank everybody who's been checking out the channel and having a good time with us. And again, you guys have been checking out the stuff that Rich, the silent producer, has been putting out. He's been putting out some fantastic videos in Maryland. He